I come in? Oh, you're busy.
Not for you, Brian. Never for you. You know I always have time to see you.
You flatter me.
Would you like some coffee?
Sure, why not?
Brian, you've been on my mind lately.
Oh, and why is that?
Well, I'm not certain, but I've had a sense that something's been bothering you. And now that you're here, I can feel that it's even stronger.
You're very perceptive, Vanessa.
What is it?
Has to do with one of your patients,
Oh, who might that be?
Mrs. Gilbert.
Barbara? But why is she a concern to you?
You referred her to Ben, and I want to know why.
Yes, that's right. Fairhaven. Well, then you'll take care of that for me? Thank you. I guess I can stop by about 2 o'clock. Right. Thank you. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Who are you?
Name is Bond. James Bond.
Yeah. I'm Goldfinger. I don't know if anybody told you, but I'm sitting there.
I know. Sit down and give me the information.
Information.
The whereabouts of Agent 13.
Agent 13. Oh! I think I saw him over in the library.
Agent 13 is a woman. You should have known that. You must be a spy.
Oh, hold it here. What are you going to do with it?
What do you think?
Are you playing that game, aren't you?
It may be a game to some, not to me.
You playing Deadly Pursuit.
I don't play it, I live it.
You're the guy I heard about. You're the one who won it last semester, aren't you?
Not only last semester, but the last 4 semesters. Name's Bernard Skolicek, but you can call me Scully.
Scully. You're the guy that Gary Taylor told me about.
Gary Taylor?
Yeah.
No match for me, an amateur.
Well, I've heard him called a lot of things. That's probably as good as any.
Gary's time has come.
What?
Gary doesn't have much time left.
How do you know that?
Because I know what I'm doing. I've been watching him. I know that the 2 of you have come here every Monday since the summer semester started to study biology.
You're right. How'd you know that?
Because it's my job to know.
So now you're here waiting for him.
Not anymore.
Gary! Hey, Pete! Gary!
You! Get out of my way! You're not getting away, Taylor!
I got my gun, too.
Well, if you have your gun, why don't you use it?
Don't worry, I will.
Oh, I don't worry. You're the one who has to worry. Direct hit!
Okay, you got me,
You guys call this fun? You nearly messed up the whole place.
This isn't fun to me. I've told you I'm dead serious about it.
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Come on, we gotta sit down. We gotta study for this biology.
Oh, yeah.
Better luck next time, Taylor.
Hey, this was my first time. I'll get better. I'll beat you next time.
Sure, that's what they all say. Oh, this is too good to be true. Hold it right there.
Not again.
I said hold it.
Vanessa, I lied for you.
How charming. It isn't the first time.
Ben couldn't figure out who'd recommend a patient to him since he just started at the Bedford. So to keep him from asking too many questions, I told him that I'd referred Mrs. Gilbert to him.
Did you? That's good thinking. Now that is the Brian Graham that I've come to know and love. Don't be concerned about it, Brian. I recommended numerous patients to the Bedford. You know that.
Oh, yeah, including the 3 who died suspiciously.
That is a closed topic, and you know it.
And that is just exactly the way that I want to keep it. Closed.
Brian, why don't you just let this whole matter drop? It's obviously upsetting to you. Would you like some more coffee?
No, I don't want any more coffee, and I'm going to warn you.
You are going to warn me? You don't warn me about anything.
Ben and I haven't started off on the best of terms. So I don't want you pushing him too far, too fast.
Brian, do I have to remind you that Ben Martin is a fine, honest young doctor? He's probably the most trustworthy doctor at the Bedford. I have every reason to recommend my patients to him.
I don't like it, Vanessa.
Brian, don't worry about it. Ben Martin can take care of himself. And besides, you knew, or at least you had a very good idea of why I was pushing so hard to get Ben over to the Bedford in the beginning.
Like I told you before, Vanessa, you make sure that I am not directly involved in any of this.
No tracks will lead to you.
Vanessa, will you at least wait for a little while? Ben just started at the Bedford, and I don't want him spooked.
Neither do I.
Then don't be so eager to capitalize on his reputation.
Brian, I have certain goals, and you know how important it is for me to achieve those goals. Nothing will stand in my way. Not you, not Ben Martin, not anyone.
How long have you been awake?
About an hour or so.
You should have gotten me up.
Oh, well, I thought it best to leave you sleep as long as you could. It's going to be a difficult few days for you. You'll need rest.
I had a dream about my mother last night. She came to Kingsley on the day of our wedding. She was fine. She told me that her only hope was that I'd be happy. And to be sure that I was doing the right thing. I told her I was. But then my father came in, and he tried to drag her out of the room. I didn't want her to go, but all of a sudden she was gone. And I started looking for her, and then I asked my father where she was, but he didn't know, so I started calling for her and looking for her, and she just wasn't anywhere that I looked. I can hardly believe that she's gone. I guess it's just starting to sink in.
Look, I know this isn't going to be easy for you. But you won't be alone.
I know. Thank you.
Say, I actually made some coffee here. Now, it's not the best coffee ever made, but it'll do. Would you like some?
Okay.
I got in touch with the Whiting Funeral Home here in Kingsley. They'll take care of the arrangements. I hope your father will approve.
Have you been able to get in touch with him?
No, I
Thank you.
seem to keep just missing him. He didn't return my messages from Denver, and when I called there this morning, they said he had checked out early to catch a flight to Detroit, and then from there he was going to Lake Forest. We should be able to get in touch with him by this evening.
I really don't know what I would have done without you here to help me, Vaughn.
Well, I'm just glad you didn't have to find that out.
So am I.
Do you mean that?
Yeah, I do. It meant a lot to me to have you here last night. I don't think I would have gotten much sleep, well, if you weren't there to hold me.
Last night meant a great deal to me. I don't think we've ever been closer. Is everything all right?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Can you understand that?
I think so.
I just don't want you to get the wrong idea.
No. I'm here to help you, Courtney. I'll do whatever is needed of me.
Oh, that could be my father.
I doubt it, but I'll get it.
Well, I should have known you'd be here.
What do you want?
I want to see Courtney.
I'm sorry, but Courtney isn't seeing visitors right now.
Oh, I'm not a visitor. See, I'm her attorney. Now, are you going to get out of the way, or am I going to have to walk in over you? So what's it going to be, Vaughn?
Go ahead, Mr. Myers. Make my day.
Vaughn, it's all right. Please let him in.
Good morning, Courtney.
Morning.
I was just on my way to the office, and I wanted to stop by and see you. How are you feeling?
I guess as well as I can be.
That's good. Good. I want to tell you again just how sorry I am about your mother.
Thank you.
Courtney, do you think that we might speak privately?
Vaughn?
I don't know, Courtney. I'd rather be here myself. It may be in your best interest.
Best interest? Now that's a laugh. Since when have you been interested in anybody but yourself?
Please, both of you, I don't want any arguing. Not now. Not today.
Yeah, well, I can certainly understand that. Actually, it's probably just as well that Vaughn is here because what I have to say concerns him. Listen, Courtney, after everything you've told me about Vaughn, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to take advantage of you right now.
Oh, come on.
Because of your mother's death, you're very vulnerable. Now, I'm concerned for your welfare.
I know. But Vaughn has been a really big help to me, Dan.
Well, I want to help you too, Courtney. Now, I know that this is a time that you shouldn't be alone, so I'll be glad to rearrange my whole schedule. It'd be no problem.
That won't be necessary. I'm here.
Listen, you are not the only one in her life right now, Vaughn. As a matter of fact, in a very short time, you won't be part of that life at all. So why don't you just wise up and leave her alone, huh?
Is this what you want, Courtney?
No. I mean, look, Vaughn has taken care of a lot of the things that I can't handle right now.
What do you mean, like the funeral details and so on?
Yes,
Well, I can handle all that for you, Courtney. You don't need him.
but I'm family.
Family? Oh, that's right. Now, that's the strategy you tried to use last night when you told Courtney about her mother, right? But you are related only by marriage, Vaughn, and a marriage which, for all intents and purposes, is over. Now, what's he been trying to do here, Courtney?
Look, I don't like what you're implying.
Please, both of you.
Well, what do you want, Courtney? Do you want me to throw him out?
I want to speak with Dan a while. Would you please leave? Vaughn, I just want to talk to him privately, that's all.
Well, would you still like me to get in touch with your relatives?
Yes, please.
Fine. I'll make the calls from your father's house. Shall I stop back?
Yes.
I'll see you later.
Well, I'm glad he's gone.
You may not be when you hear what I have to say.
Don't make a move.
Should have been at least one more pilot, huh?
You must have counted wrong, Bond.
Yeah, but I'm never wrong, not about this.
Oh, the moment I've always been waiting for. How's it feel, Skolacek?
What?
Come on, take
No,
it.
you don't.
Come back here, you coward! Come back here! Did you see him run out of here like that?
Why didn't you shoot him?
Yeah, you couldn't have missed.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah, sure. Why didn't you shoot?
Well, I'll let you in on a little secret.
What?
I just wasted Larry Overton at Duke Hall, and I don't have a single pellet on me.
My gun was empty, too. That's how Scully got me. Ah, I see.
He had that whole thing set up, didn't he?
Yeah, I did. I found out just before you walked in, so I didn't have time to warn you.
Yeah, he did.
You gotta be on your toes when you're playing Deadly Pursuits. You gotta be cautious, too.
Yeah, just like you were a couple of seconds ago.
All right. You know, okay, I admit I blew this one, but I won't do it again. I mean, Scully's out for blood this time.
What is with that guy? Does he always talk like that?
Yeah, always. I mean, to him, this game is real.
I'm glad I'm not part of it.
Oh, come on, I think you'd really like it. It's real exciting, isn't it, Gary?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Come on, lighten up. There's always next time.
There won't be if you flunk out of school. We have to study for this biology quiz, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Would you excuse us, please?
Sure.
Thanks.
Oh, before you go, one thing. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What do you know about Dan Myers?
Lawyer?
My brother said that your family had a run-in with him sometime back.
It's true. Whatever your brother told you, it's true.
Well, what's he done?
He tried to get my Aunt Nancy to sue my brother-in-law for malpractice, even though he saved her life.
How did he get her to do that?
Well, first you have to know my Aunt Nancy. She fell in love with him, he used some scare tactics, and,
So then what happened?
well, she finally came to her senses and dropped the lawsuit. Why do you want to know about Dan Myers?
Well,
Because he's Courtney's lawyer.
yeah. Yeah, it's because of Courtney.
I warned her about him. She wouldn't listen to me. Dan Myers is nothing but trouble, as far as I'm concerned. If she was smart, she'd stay away from him.
Do I make myself perfectly clear?
Quite. No one stops the great Dr. Fazan once she sets out to do something.
Exactly. Brian, you have me worried.
Oh, really?
Yes. You're not your usual vivacious self. That's not like you.
Maybe that's because I have a lot on my mind.
Well, perhaps a vacation is in order.
It's not a bad idea.
Then that's what you should do. Get away for a week or two.
Is that what you'd like, Vanessa? What, get me out of town for a while?
Now, whatever makes you ask a question like that? I'm only looking after your own well-being. That is what I do, remember?
As long as you don't ask me to recite your BYO or whatever. it is.
MSO, darling. Thank you.
Dr. Fazan, your secretary. Oh, Brian! Hi, what a pleasant surprise.
I'm sure.
Speaking of MSO, you certainly aren't applying your principles, Nancy, barging in here like this.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Fazan, but your secretary wasn't at the desk, and so I'll wait outside.
That's all right, Nancy. I was just leaving.
Oh, well, you don't need to leave.
But you wanted to talk to Vanessa, right?
Well, yes.
Well, there she is. She's all yours.
We can continue our conversation at another time, Brian. I hope you're not going to do anything you'll regret later.
I'll try not to.
Nancy, I really have an awful lot of work to do. I hope this isn't going to take long.
No, it won't, I'm sure.
Well, what is it?
Well, I'm trying not to get discouraged, Dr. Fazan, but I'm feeling kind of bad. You know, I've spoken to a lot of people about joining DOMI, and so far there's only been a couple of people who are even interested.
That is depressing. Well, this is just not going to do, Nancy. You will simply have to work harder. Remember, this was your solution to get people to sign up.
Yeah, I know. It's my idea. I will try harder. Excuse me, Dr. Fazan?
Yes?
Well, I've come up with another solution, actually.
Oh?
I have a question about the confidentiality of DOMI.
What about the confidentiality?
Well, I was just wondering, is everything about DOMI supposed to be kept confidential?
2 members, yes.
Well, if someone were doing an investigation and I found out about
Nancy,
it and I knew who
Are
the
you
person...
telling me that someone is investigating DOMI?
What does he want to tell me, Courtney?
I want to make it very clear to you, Dan, that nobody is going to manipulate me. Not Vaughn,
But
not...
he knows the right buttons to push. Courtney, I'm very worried about you.
I can appreciate that.
Well, then let me take care of all the details, the funeral and anything else you need done.
No. Dan, Vaughn has everything under control, and I see no reason to change that.
But you're so vulnerable right now.
I know, Dan. You've said that before. That's the way I want it.
Courtney, as your lawyer, I have to warn you that any romantic or physical contact with Vaughn from now on could hurt your chances for the annulment. I mean, even being seen with him at the funeral home could hurt your case.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, Courtney, listen to me. Now, I realize at a time like this, it's very easy for you to lean on Vaughn, but try to see him for what he really is.
An enemy?
Well, no, a crutch. I mean, that's what Vaughn is for you right now, a crutch. But you got to keep in mind that there's going to come a time when you just have to throw that crutch away. And it's going to come very soon. Now, for now, that's all I'm asking you to do.
Nancy, what are you saying? That someone is investigating Domi?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, then what exactly are you saying?
Well, let's just say that I know someone, and it is possible, but, you know, as a good Domite, I, of course, want to find out what the truth is, and so I'll let you know as soon as I know something.
Yes, well, that's very good. And actually, I'm quite glad to see that you're applying your lessons. Continue your investigation, Nancy, but let me know how it progresses.
If I do uncover something in this investigation, do you think that perhaps I could use it in exchange for moving up the ladder into another Domi program?
You mean as a sort of a reward?
Well, as kind of payment for valuable information.
Oh, you are learning quickly, aren't you? Nancy, if you bring me factual, undeniable information that there is an investigation of Domi, you will be very well rewarded. You can count on it.